Hey guys, Ralph here. True Power Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to Magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Another week of True Power, and it is a magnificent Monday. It is gorgeous out. If you like to change the seasons, this is what it's all about. Connecticut, beautiful. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. ESTABAN BATALLAN. I'm sure I'm butchering the name. Do you pronounce the two L's in Spanish? He's from Spain. The accent over the last A, I don't know. Battalion, doesn't matter. You're going to hear about this guy. I really think he's the goods. A viewer turned me on to him, and I'll explain that in a second. But as you know, these modern players, I don't get enthused about too many of them. But this guy seems terrific. Absolutely terrific. Anyway, I have not played. Let's see what we got. Not a mark. Anyway, let me preface this by saying don't claim to be, I am not on the cutting edge of all the gossip and you know, the grapevine of trumpet and music and all that. I'm not. 30 years ago, I was right in the middle of it. Oh, please. I knew who was going through a chop thing, and I know who's changing the mouthpiece, and I know who was going on the road, and I know who was, breaking up with his wife, and I know who had a drug problem. All that stuff. Oh, if I write a book, motto, I won't. But anyway, I'm not there anymore. So when this name came upon me from a viewer. Now here's the deal. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, it doesn't matter. Weeks ago, I did a video on Herseth. And I'm paraphrasing. Why don't the modern players strive to sound like Herseth? And I do believe that that's an issue. The top players, Rolfs, Chris Martin, Bilger, all them, terrific players, but they don't sound like Herseth. And it doesn't seem like that's in they're striving for that. Okay? This guy's the goods. This guy's the goods. And the viewer said, you know what? You should check out this new principal trumpet of the Chicago Symphony. Now, that's another thing. I didn't even know there was an opening. But they got a guy that I think they did it right, man. I really do. I think this guy is going to be great. Now, I get the impression he's seasoned. He's over in Spain. He's done a lot of solo work and orchestral stuff and all that sort of thing. The problem is I know nothing about him. Nothing about him. So any of you out there, if you have any sort of bio stuff, what mouthpiece he uses, all that sort of stuff, please leave it down. Leave it down in the comments so we can all learn, because I don't claim to know. Now, when this name was given to me, I go on the internet like everything else. Now, if you go on the internet, there's not a lot of him playing, orchestral stuff. There's not a lot. A little bit. Mostly it's solo stuff. Okay? And the one that I'm leaving down here is his rendition of the Tomasi Concerto. Okay? Please click on that. Okay? It's a longer piece, and you don't have to listen to all of it. The first 8 bars will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Bingo, baby. Oh, centered, popping, clear, brilliant. Oh, it's beautiful. Then, if you're diligent enough, go back to the link I put on Mel Broyles and listen to those two side by side. Guys, the kid's got it. The kid's got it. He's probably 40. All right? Now, that come out. And also, guys, listen to some of those phrases that he uses a mute. The compression is so strong, it sounds like the mute's going to pop out. I mean, the guy is compressing big time. Then I believe there's another clip, but I believe it's the same recital, concert, that he comes back to do an encore. He just goes backstage and comes back in a white dinner jacket and does a tribute to Harry James. Spot on, baby. Oh, it's great. And the cool thing about it is, and I don't want to divert the subject here, but the cool thing about it, there is no way that those two pieces, the Tomasi and the tribute to Harry James, want a Bach mouthpiece. JJ, back me up on this. Doug down in Florida, all you guys that agree with me on this, back me up. That was not a Bach mouthpiece. Okay. With that said, and I'm not going to get into that. That's not the point. With that said, there are some other little snippets of him playing in the orchestra, and he's definitely playing a Bach mouthpiece there. That's the sound. No question about it. It's probably a big one. Okay? Which is fine. I've said a zillion times, Mel, John Ware, Phil Smith, Herseth, all of them. On a C trumpet, you can get away with one of those up to a high C, but even this guy's great chops, once you get on other stuff, it's not going to work. Now, again, and I don't want to be this about mouthpieces. I really don't. There's also a recording of his Brandenburg. Okay, each note sings. There's no strain at all up to the A's. No strain at all. It's wonderful. The only thing about that recording is, and you get it, it was definitely on a cell phone, and somebody was up in the balcony. And I couldn't really hear the pop. Okay, but you hear all the pop you need on the Tomasi. All right. Now, as I said, big mouthpiece in the orchestra. And again, I don't know anything about him. I really don't, other than what you're going to hear on, and I will give you a link so you know what I'm talking about. And other than that, guys, I don't know anything about him. If you do know something, and I have a handful of students in the Chicago area, if anybody's heard some scuttlebutt, I'll take gossip. I like gossip. If anybody's heard him yet, and definitely, if the Chicago Symphony is ever in my area, either Boston or New York or something, I'll make an effort to go and hear him play live. That's the thing. I don't mind talking about Vacchiano, Broyles, John Ware, all that sort of stuff. I sat right next to him for years. I've heard them live. Herseth I heard live. I don't mind critiquing those tones and all that sort of stuff. Today's player, the technology is such, guys, a lot of times they sound nothing on the CD of what they actually sound like. So I'm really hesitant to comment on anybody. Not that they're not great players. They could be great players. But you can't tell from the CD because they're so doctored up. Even some of these YouTube guys, reverb, and it's just a mess. Who knows if they can play? Anyway, I'm getting off the point. The thing about these snippets that I got on the internet is, even though, yes, they are recordings, they're videos, but they're videos of live performance, which can't, if he's clams, it's in there. Okay? And the intonation, the sound, popping, baby. This kid's the good kids. You'll see. He's completely bald. He's late 30s, early 40s. And he's a seasoned player from Spain. There's no question about it. He's not this little babe in the woods. A lot of solo stuff. But anyway, so going forward, let's keep an eye on him. I really think they got it right this time. I think this guy deserves to be in the same breath. And we're talking about chops here, okay? Look, if you like Rolf's rendition of, Foray or whatever, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about chops. And this guy's chops are the goods. Do I think there's a double C in there? There may be. There may be. The tone, the power, there may be. Not on the orchestral thing he uses, the mouthpiece, but there just may be. Let's enjoy it, man. I have gone up on my soapbox many times and talked about, the golden age of brass way back then. Everything from jazz to studio to commercial to orchestral, everything. I don't hold a lot of these modern players in high regard compared to that. Not to mean that they're not great players, but compared to that. This guy, yeah, this guy can do it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Again, I know nothing about him. I'd love to know more. Okay? Let me know down below. Anyway, eat and drink fruits and vegetables. Enjoy this gorgeous day and live your life with true power. Love you all.